Welcome back to Little Paula Horrors. I am Little Paul, and this is Little Paula Horrors. Yes, my YouTube channel dedicated to horror movies, horror genres, and all that great stuff that has to do with stuff that I've mentioned before. You know what I'm talking about. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about 50 Friday nights. No, it's Friday nights at 50s or 50 Freddy's, what's it called? Friday, oh, Friday night at Fingers. At Fred, what? Speak up. Oh, they can't hear. Oh, okay. It's called Friday nights. Right? You're mixing me up, man. Five Nights at Freddy's. Jeez. We'll talk after. So, Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what it's called. The movie itself is a movie that was taken from a popular video game franchise. It's a popular video game franchise that came out in 2014, and it actually came out last year. It's very recent. It came out on October 27th of 2023, directed by newcomer Emma Tammy, and it stars in it Josh Hutcherson as Mike Schmidt. You have Piper Rubio as Abby Schmidt, and then you have Elizabeth Lyle as Vanessa the police officer, Matthew Lillard as Stephen Raglan, and then you also have Mary Stuart Masterson as Aunt Jane. Now, I have always had an issue with video games that are transferred into horror movies. So let's take the two popular ones, like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, right? They were transferred and made into they're video games that were made into horror movies, right? So were they good? No, they weren't. And this one was not good either at all. So why? Let's get into it. So basically this movie is about, Mike Schmidt, played by Josh Hutcherson, who is down on his luck. He is in between jobs. He can't find himself a job because he can't keep a job for more than a week or so. And he's also taking care of his sister. He is the primary guardian of his sister. You have to watch the movie as to why that happens. And basically, he's going through hardships and he's trying to find himself a job. And he goes to his work counselor, and his work counselor, played by Matthew Lillard, who is playing the role of Steve Raglan, and offers him this position, to be a security guard at a rundown pizzeria that was open in the 80s. That is not being destroyed or was not destroyed, and it, just remains. It's just there. All right. Fine. I'll suspend disbelief. It's called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is what the name of this store is called. So it's run down, it's destroyed inside, and you have these animatronics that are inside the store. And then, the story ensues. This movie just did not resonate with me because I just found it to be another disappointment that has to do with horror movies video game horror that goes into horror movies, or that is translated into horror movies. I was really looking forward to this because I heard such great things about this movie. So at the beginning of the movie, I went into it like, yes, with my bag of chips and my Pepsi I had at that time, and I was like, I'm gonna enjoy this movie. So at the beginning, I'm like, yes. And then throughout the movie, I'm more like, what? What? Okay. And then at the end of the movie, I was more like, I just didn't think it was that good. It was really, really dumb. It just did not look. When you're going to make a horror movie from a video game, grab the essence. Like okay, look, I've never played this video game before, but this movie was just boring. It wasn't scary. Okay, the character played by Josh Hutcherson, okay, Mike Schmidt, is very one dimensional. He's just brooding and he's just upset. He doesn't crack a smile. Then you have Vanessa reminds me of a Jack in the Box. You know how a Jack in the Box, you turn the dial and you know that it's going to pop up. You know, like sometimes it's going to pop up and you're going to be excited because the whole point is to turn the Jack in the Box and it's going to pop up and you're like, hey, the Jack in the Box. She was like a Jack in the Box that you didn't want to come out of the box. She was annoying. She was like, why are you not annoying, but like, why are you there? What is your purpose? So she's like this mysterious person, like a police officer popping in and out. And you're like, okay. And then at the end, the reveal, I was like, what? No, it was awful. It was just an awful movie. And, you know, Abby, the little girl, annoying. And don't get me started on Mary Stuart Masterson. Like, she is a great actress, okay? Like, if you don't know who she is, check her on IMDb. And she has made some really great movies. She was in Fried Green Tomatoes. That's a great movie. And she plays a really, really amazing role in there. And this movie, she gave overacting even a worse definition than it already has. It was bad. The movie itself, you know, like there's, as I've mentioned before in my other videos, there's animatronics in it that I found interesting because, you know, it resonates with the 80s. It has something to do with the 80s. So I thought it was good, you know, but it has CGI implemented inside it too with its special effects. But the movie it just didn't make any sense. I found it, aside from the fact that it wasn't scary, it was confusing with regards to the plot. And you get to the climax of the story or of the movie, and you're like waiting for something really amazing to happen, and it just falls short. It's just so dumb and stupid. I couldn't believe that this movie made that much money. But then I said to myself, well, listen, this is my opinion, and maybe the reason why it made this money is because it resonated with people who actually like the video games. And I'm not throwing any shade towards those people at all. If you liked it, that's fine. But for me, I just thought it could have been worked on. It was just ridiculous. It was dumb. It was not scary, and it just didn't have the frights that I thought it was going to have. And the story itself was a mishmash of like, you know, supernatural and electronics and like, who is this person, and a great reveal at the end. It was just all convoluted and mixed up. It just didn't make any sense. It was just bad. Thank God I didn't have to pay for it. This movie is free. You could watch it on Prime Video. You don't have to pay for it. And look, it did well. As I said before, it made over $296 million at the box office on a $20 million budget. So it did really, really, really well. I think it's because it resonated well with the people who actually played the franchise video game. Myself, no, it didn't resonate with me at all. I didn't connect with anyone. I thought that it was just such an annoying and convoluted, not fun piece of theater, I guess, or movie. The script was just awful. The characters I didn't connect with. I just thought that it was boring. Just boring, silly, and stupid. That was me. That's my opinion. So look, it got a 32% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Fine. It got 32%. Do I think that it merited 32%? Yes. Would I have given it lower? I would have given it lower. Yes, that's just me. But look, it made the money. It's coming out with a sequel, and hopefully maybe the sequel might be better than the first. Usually they don't tend to be, but you never know, right? It could. Sorry, but I'm very passionate about horror movies, and I think I got a little bit too much into this one, but I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't that good. It was boring. The ending was just, don't get me started on the ending. It was just, you have to watch it to judge for yourself. But I didn't like the ending, and the movie itself, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to, go watch it. Tell me what you think. Did I overdo it? What do you think of my comments? Do you agree with me? Don't you agree with me? Leave a comment down below. Subscribe, share and like the channel. Even if I said something that you guys didn't like, again, it's all based on opinion. Thank you again for visiting. I really appreciate your time because, as I mentioned before, time is the most valuable gift that you can give to someone. And until the next time, everyone out there, enjoy that show.